Hello, my fellow wanderers. It is your boy, Wonder Boy here, and as you read the title, I'm just essentially going to be giving my experience with voice chat games as an introvert. Um, okay, number one, let's dive straight into it. So, again, there's no script here, so I'm just doing things off the top of my mind. One of the things I actually found myself doing a bit more is just walking up to random, people in conversations like in Roblox mic up. I would just walk up and listen to the conversation a bit, or I'd just be a freaking absolute psycho and just uh, walk up to the group of people, say a word, or just ask a general question, and then see everyone answers, and be like, oh, okay, that's fair. All right, you all enjoy your time. Um, Mainly because doing this, I guess gets a feel of what you're working with here, and if you really want to go back and listen and interested and get yourself in, um, you can definitely do that. Now that since you've asked that one weird or awkward question, you definitely got a feel, got a nice feel of the crowd that you're working with here. So you can try to maybe plug some things in. But the thing I generally do, um, is I generally want to know more about people and stuff like that. And I guess since there's no pressure online, since you're not actually like looking, dealing with your actual self here, just an avatar, maybe really close to what you look like. You don't really have to worry as much. Um, and I'm gonna be honest, when I had this idea, I was very, very, very nervous about this going like south or being super chaotic, because there's a lot of trolls on Roblox, but most of the time in the servers I was in, I was generally just okay for the most part, and I was thoroughly surprised. But again, putting yourself out there in these scenarios or in these zones of like voice chat games, you'd be very surprised what you come across. I'm gonna say now, as I've had a bit more experience playing the mic up games or just any games of general voice chat. I've grown from that experience, and I've moved on to VR chat now. Personally, as it's a bit more forward, and there's a lot less younger kids and a lot more older people. So, um, yeah. Another thing I think I should mention is, uh, again, when you're in that environment of just a lot of people around you, me personally, I'm a curious person. Like if I hear something, I'm gonna be like, what'd you say? Run that back by me again. You get curious. For me personally, I get curious, and I want to know more again. um but if you try to isolate yourself and expect someone to walk up to you, you're going to get nowhere. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I've done that like 2 or 3 times, and it's not how I expected it to be. You can go to one isolated corner of the map and try to figure things out there, but mm-mm, it's not worth it in my opinion. If you really want to go out there and warm yourself up, then you have to go out there. No one is going to pressure you to do it unless you got a friend with you. And that's actually another thing. Bridge right into a perfect topic. Have a friend with you, because actually, um, how I started. If you guys haven't been looking at my past live streams, I actually had one friend with me, and we played Forsaken. And then after that, I said I want to go to Mike Up, and he went with me, and we kind of just hung out. I went crazy. It was a lot more open than I thought I would be, and it really surprised me how interesting people are. Like you'll definitely get to talk and meet with some interesting people. um yeah, just go with a friend, and if you don't have a friend, hey, hit me up on Roblox. I will freaking be your wingman or just be your uh your uh your freaking confidant or whatever the frick the word is. Um, and from my experience, I actually had two random guys that I just met be my wingman, and they got me to talk to a girl. She was around my age as well. She was actually, I think she was a bit older than me. But this got me out there and said, "Hey, you got this, bro. You got this. Don't worry about it. Just go crazy, but not too crazy." So, um, that's another thing. And as I started to do these streams more, as you see, I did these like a couple times. If you do check the live streams tab or the live tab, as you see, I did it a couple times. I started to get a bit more confident. Um, and honestly, this is kind of crazy, but I promise you, bro, when I say hit the shower and play that one song playlist you like, bro, and sing your heart out. I don't know what the freaking stigma is with singing your heart out, but bro, sing your heart out like no one's in the freaking house, dude. I get up at freaking crack of dawn and I sing on my heart. I don't care if I wake you up. I'm singing for me, bro. I gotta get my confidence boosted. Um, like if you really feel nervous, just take a shower. I like to take a hot shower, um, and then go in it with an fresh body, a fresh mind. And the way I kind of look at it now is that treat it like a real life situation, but accept like in real life where you'd want to look your best, smell your best. Uh, just treat it like that, except you don't have to worry about, kind of your face too much. I mean, still do basic hygiene, but, just go in and be willing to be weird, quirky, and open. I mean, that's what's worked for me, and I've known for a very long time since I was a kid that I was a weird, quirky person. Um, and another thing, when you go into these experiences, change your perspective. Look at it as training for a real life scenario. And that's something I've really, really, really taken into consideration as I've been to these experiences again. I've met people from very young to just a bit older than me. And, sometimes I just like to, talk. And again, I'm a generally talkative person. I mean, I don't know what to talk about, but promise you, I will find something to talk about. Like, I mean, that may not be the right approach for some people, but I mean, bro, just give it a shot. That's kind of how I looked at it, and yes, just look at it as training. That's kind of how I looked at voice chat games on Roblox and VR chat when you're going out and interacting with people. Um, I look at it as real life training, and I think that's really like blown my whole perspective of the games itself. Like, you don't have to be the freaking most brave person or the freaking guy with the most riz or the Sigma Skibbity Slicer. You don't have to do that, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with it. You don't have to do that. I'm not that kind of person. I just said, pardon my French, I just said fuck it. And, I've been getting a lot more confident when just talking to people. And I feel the results are really showing. And again, I see this as training. I can't. I feel like I'm missing something. Um, I really feel like I'm missing something. But I think those now for the main points that'll come to me. But yeah, for the most part, that's my experience. That's kind of how I look at it. And and to be honest, bro, just go out there and enjoy yourself, because you're not there for anybody else. You're there to enjoy yourself. And if you're being a supportive friend, you're there to get that friend to, make moves and make business happen, you know what I mean? Like, you need your friend to go ahead and talk to that one person that's over there by himself, or talk to that one person you think sounds really cute, or freaking has a mommy voice, and you generally like to talk to them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it 100% with y'all. That's exactly what was one of my thoughts. I was like, dang, her voice is kind of deep. So that's exactly what I thought it. And they just said, yeah, bro, go for it. Mind you, two random people never met before. We just met in this one game of my cup, and they said, go for it. I said, all right. And I think I did pretty well. I'm not really ashamed. They gave me some confidence. Like, that wasn't bad, bro. You didn't do bad at all. Don't think about it too much. And that's another thing. I knew I forgot something. Don't overthink it. See, I'm Mr. Overthinker. When I say I overthink everything, I overthink everything. And um, if you find yourself thinking or overthinking situations that you haven't even experienced, I highly suggest practicing mindfulness. I like to do counting meditation. I mean, it's under the practicing mindfulness is under the category of meditation, but it's different because you're kind of training yourself. So don't overthink it. Practice doing counting meditation or just freaking going outside and like really just you know uh don't overthink it. Just look at it for what it is, and you know be willing to make mistakes, because how are you going to learn if you're not going to make mistakes? Like, you're just asking for a bland life if you aren't going to do something and you aren't going to experience it without making mistakes. Like come on. As an introvert, I understand. I may seem really, really extroverted, but I promise you, if you leave me with like one person and we don't really open up, bro, I'm not gonna do anything. So sometimes you gotta break that ice yourself. You gotta freaking do things. And another thing, um, after, say you've gotten that experience, gone in, and you feel like, oh, okay, I didn't really like how I did this. Do your research. There are plenty, and when I say plenty, I mean fish loads. I mean planet loads of information out there that can help you get better at a thing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I literally bought a book 2 years ago on how to read people, and I actually did not end up reading it until the day, not really the day after, but after I finished playing these voice chat games, so I could really like understand. Even though you can't physically see them, I can hear voices. I can make assumptions or predictions based on this person's voice. So I can, with that skill, or with that knowledge, or that skill, I can maybe adapt my tone or adapt the conversation, steer it a different way, and things like that. So I don't even really remember all the points, but maybe I'll put timestamps. But the main thing I want to do is, if you want to improve or get better at talking to people, go in voice chat games. It doesn't matter what game it is. Oh, okay, one more thing. Um, Go into a voice chat game that's going to challenge you. Like, I like to use a lot of like murder mystery games, not really murder mystery on Roblox, but just games that really like have a mystery and really force you to think. Like, there's VR chat. There's like an Among Us copy on VR chat, and I went there one time, and I was like, I really had to use like my deductive reasoning, my observation skills. I had to keep count of how many people who were together, who was not together. Keep in mind of my task, because I need to give myself an alibi. And during that COVID era where Among Us was popular, you couldn't just say, okay, I was doing wires. Nah, you had to say where you were doing wires. Oh, You can't say you were in electrical. Nah, what were you doing in electrical? So really put yourself in a game that really challenges you with voice chat. I promise you, the amount of thinking you're gonna be doing and your deductive reasoning or whatever the situation may prevail, that skill will develop. Because the way I look at it is I heard someone say this. I don't remember who, but everything that you are not born with is a skill, and you will have to take time and develop that. And as soon as I took that outlook, I was like, okay, maybe I should learn how to talk to people. Maybe I should learn how to start a conversation. Maybe I should learn how to keep a conversation. Maybe learn from other people's experiences, or just that's also a thing. I take in a lot of info. I like to learn. I am arm and hammer, no, whatever it is, cleaning, no cleaning tools on information. I am an information hog, and do not be scared to just learn as much as you can, because the more you learn, the more you can experience. Or I'm not sure if that's right, but when they say knowledge is power, knowledge is truly power. Don't be scared to learn something that you want to do. um and if you have like a passion you're interested in, or a hobby that you generally want to do, I mean, it's hell of a great conversation start. I'm gonna be so real. I mean, I was literally talking to the other person. I was like talking to a person on on Roblox mic up, or neighbors, and we were just hanging out, just talking about things. To be honest, if you're in neighbors, there's like a questions button. I like to honestly look at the question buttons, or press the questions button, because that way it gives you perspective of the person you're talking to, how they think, and maybe how they feel about certain things. And I guess that's something. But let me see if I have anything else on my mind. Not, I don't think I have anything else. So yeah, guys, I know that I just like acknowledge it's very late. I literally was doing all this talking with my eyes closed. But yeah, it says not gonna sugarcoat it because it's my experience. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this type of content, hopefully I have some background stuff playing or whatever, so you guys aren't just bored out of your mind listening to me ramble. Um, but yeah, guys, that's my experience. If you're an introvert, definitely take some of this information in, and don't be scared. Don't be scared. You you can't go around life being scared to do something, or being scared to do XYZ, because at some point you are going to face something that you were initially scared to do. It might be forced. You might be forced to do it, and after doing it, you're like, that wasn't bad. I kind of want to keep doing that. So don't be scared. Have an open mind. Be willing to accept losses or failures, because something I learned playing video games competitively, is that you can learn so much from your losses or your failures, and you can then dissect, okay, why did this not work? Why did I get this outcome, or why did I die here, or whatever the situation may prevail? And once you have the source of this failure, or whatever it is, arm a hammer, no detergent, so you can get that desired outcome. So yeah, guys, I hate that I made this 20 minutes, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I've opened my eyes a couple times, but I'm gonna actually officially open my eyes to end this recording. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know if you want to do this kind of content again. But yeah, this is just my general experience. I do want to do some more things. maybe pertaining my general interest or whatever. But I'm getting sidetracked. I gotta end this video because it's already 20 minutes. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy Wonder Boy signing off. I hope you enjoyed our little discussion and enjoy the rest of your journeys from the cosmos. Again, I am Wonder Boy, and I'm glad you joined with me. Until next time, fellow travelers. Peace.